Hey everybody, today we got a nice cheesy beef enchilada casserole for you. We did a chicken one last week, did really good, but we're bringing you the beef version this time. It's very similar, but it has a little bit of its own thing going on. Now for this one, we are going to be making our own enchilada sauce. We're going to be using the saucepan for that. We're going to be cooking the beef up in a nice stainless steel pan. So we got some nice 80-20 ground beef. We're going to be using the McCormick Taco Seasoning to season our beef. We're going to season it lightly because we are going to be adding the enchilada sauce up in there. We got a little interesting trick we're going to show you as well. Stick around, see how everything comes together beautifully for a nice beefy, cheesy enchilada casserole. Once again, the first thing we're going to do is cut up our onion. Okay, now we got our onion nice and situated over here. What we're going to do is we're going to get our chicken broth ready, and I like to usually use chicken broth whenever it calls for water in cooking. I don't know, this is what I like to do. We're going to do just a little bit in here because we are going to do the enchilada sauce, and it's already has some salt in it, so we don't want to add too much, but we do want to give it some flavor. We don't want to add plain water to there if we don't need to. Let me give it a little mix real quick. Okay, that should be good. All right, now let's go ahead and make our enchilada sauce. We're going to do that before we do our taco meat. Go over to the stove. All right, we got our saucepan over here. We're going to turn the stove on high, and we're going to put our chicken broth in. And for this stuff, we just want it to thicken up. It's only going to cook for about 5 or 10 minutes. It doesn't need to cook for long at all. So, okay. Now we're going to add our tomato sauce, and we're going to add in our chicken soup, the cream of chicken soup. Okay, the sauce. And then we got nice cream of chicken soup. Now last but not least, we're going to do our nice McCormick enchilada sauce. And we're just going to let this cook for a minute. We're going to turn the heat down to low and just let it thicken up. When it's, a little bit more viscous, it's ready to go. We're going to set it off to the side. Okay, it's thickened up nicely. I think we're ready to take it off. We got a few chicken pieces in there. That's just from our cream of chicken soup, so no worries there. We're going to put this off to the side, and then we got our nice saute pan over here. We're going to put the burner back on high. We're going to let it get really hot, so we test it with some water. We'll be right back. Our skillet is nice and hot. We're going to put some water in there. You see that, my friends? That's called the Leidenfrost Effect. There we go. We want to watch for that on the stainless steel. It just dances across. There we go. Looks good. All right, now we got our nice purple onion over here we're putting in. Wait a second just to evaporate. All right, we're ready to go. Open up our nice olive oil. Put a generous amount in there. And add our nice onions. Cook the onions down just a minute. All right, be right back. Okay, the onion's looking good. And now we got some of this nice garlic, this roasted garlic. I'm gonna put some of this in here as well. Do about, I don't know, a couple teaspoons. Do as much as you want. Get that activated right there in the middle. That heat. Unlock some of those flavors. Mix it in there with the onion. Go ahead and add our ground beef now. And again, this is 80-20. All right, now we're using our nice meat separator today. Set this to the side. And I'm just going to break this up. This taco meat's about done here. Check this out. We got a little bit of grease up in here though. We're going to strain this out with some nice paper towels. I like to do that. Nice little easy hack. So let's put a little bit of paper towels up in there and kind of stir it around here. You could do the front, kind of lean the whole pan forward. We don't want to take it all off. Maybe just like 60%, 70%. There's a lot of flavor in there, but there's a lot of grease too. We don't need all that grease. Do a couple more. Do a couple at a time. Put that right in there, and get your spoon. And if you want to just skip this, that's fine. I know some people like to leave this in there, so that's totally fine. But maybe use a little less enchilada liquid too when you're making that to compensate. But yeah, it's something we like to do. All right, looks good, looks good. Now we're gonna add our taco seasoning in there. Yeah, you can make your own if you want. Yeah, we like to just use this one too. It's easy. Okay. Now this taco meat is smelling really, really good. You know, we have a really nice consistency over here. It's not too greasy, just right. So now what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna add our nice enchilada sauce right here to the saute pan. Right up in there. We're gonna add it all up in there. You know, the taco meat's gonna soak up quite a bit too. Now we're gonna put this on low and just leave it to simmer for maybe 5 minutes. Our sauce is thickening up nicely over here, and we're gonna be layering this with some nice corn tortillas, so you know it's gonna suck up a lot of this moisture. We're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of cheese in there too, maybe about half a cup or so. This is just to thicken it up a little bit more. All right, now we're gonna let this sit over here. We're gonna get our pan prepped. Let's cut up some of those tortillas. We'll be right back. Okay, now we're prepping over here for our pan. First of all, we have about a pound in here. We got 2 pounds here. I'm thinking we need a little bit more, so we're gonna go ahead and shred this up, put it in here. Okay, there we go. We got plenty of cheese now, about 3 pounds. I don't think we'll use it all. Now let's do our tortillas. Let's quarter them. Okay, nice and quartered over here. You see this, my friends? Just like magic. All right, now we're gonna grab our nice enchilada sauce mixture, and we're gonna get this pan loaded up. Okay, now we got our nice enchilada mix over here. We got our cheese, we got our pan ready to go. The only thing we don't have is our olive oil. Okay, here it is right here. All right, now we don't need the knife anymore. We're gonna set the knife aside, and we are going to spray this with a little bit of oil so we can get a nice little crisp up on our tortillas when we do our first layer. There we go. And then we're just going to cascade some tortillas over here. Okay, now we got our lovely tortillas down. We're going to put a little bit of the mix, and then we're going to do a little bit of the cheddar. So let's pour a little bit over, see how that goes. There we go. Just do a little bit each time. And now we're gonna kind of move it around a little bit, get all the tortillas covered. There we go. Now a nice little layer of cheddar. And be generous with the cheese, my friends. Alright, yeah, distribute the cheese. Looks pretty good. Do some more tortillas. Alright, layer number 2. Be careful over here, we're going to go a little heavier on this one. A little bit more here. Yeah, the cheese will thicken this up really nicely. There we go. And speaking of, here we go, we'll distribute the cheese. There we go. Alright. Let's do another layer. Okay, we shingled our tortillas, looking real nice. We ended up with just 2 extras, so let's just slide them in there somewhere. You know, don't tell anybody. Slide them in there. Who's gonna know? No big deal. So let's see if we can use up this last layer. But you know what? Let's get a little bit more real estate out of this. Let's flip up these remaining corners. There we go. A little bit more. And the tortillas are going to suck it all up like a sponge too, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, just use it all up. We're just keeping it simple today. I got a little bit left over here. There we go. Very nice. Very nice. Oh shoot. It's all kind of coming together over here. Alright, looks good, looks good. And now we'll do a last layer of cheese. We're going to go in here with a little bit of olives here too. We got little olives that we drained from the can. We squeezed them with a paper towel, get all the residual moisture out of there. Do as much or as little as you want. You know, we love cheese. It makes a nice crust too when you bake it. because what we're going to do is we're going to bake this for an hour covered. Then we're going to take the aluminum off the top. We're going to bake it another 30 minutes, let that cheese get nice and crusty on top. Got our aluminum over here, got the nice longer one. Oh, we gotta get the olives, right? Can't be forgetting the olives, whoops. Oh, my friends, we got these nice olives. Put these right on top. Yeah, our kids love olives, so we like to use olives. There we go. It makes a lovely contrast too with the cheddar when it's cooked. Alright, there you go. Alright. Wrap this tightly. Okay, now we got this wrapped nice and tightly. What we're going to do is we're going to take this off now. I know it sounds kind of counterproductive, but this is going to help the sticking. It's not going to stick. Check it out. We're going to get a little bit of this oil and we're going to spray it here on the foil so it doesn't stick when we take this off. Now we're going to put it back, kind of have a little template, so just kind of match it up again. There we go. And of course, we need a baking sheet. The baking sheet is going to keep everything contained if there's any spills. I don't expect there is going to be, but you never know. You never know. Okay, I should take precaution. All right, like I said, 350 for 1 hour. We'll be right back. All right, it's been about an hour. I take the foil off. We're going to just let that cook for about 30 minutes uncovered like this. We'll be right back. All right, it's been about 30 minutes. We're taking it out. Okay. And we're just going to let it set right there, let it cool down, be back about 30 minutes to an hour. Okay, it's nice and cool now. Check it out. It's looking really, really fantastic. Smells really good. It was a little bit jiggly at first, but it sucked it all up. Just trust the process. When it's hot, you need to let the liquids kind of redistribute in the tortilla, so don't worry, it's all good. Anyway, it came out really nice. We got some nice sour cream. We got some nice tapatio. It's kind of our go-to whenever we eat these things. It's pretty good. Anyway, I'm going here for a scoop. See right there. The cheese. Oh, very nice. See, that sucked it all up. Kind of got like a lasagna right here with the layers. It's really good. Do a little dollop of daisy over here. A little dollop on me, man. That's okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, yeah, now of course we got the tapatio. Alright. Oh yeah, here we go, my friends. Nice, delicious and easy beef enchilada casserole. Chicken is good, but this one's good too. That's so good. I love the chicken, but this one just kind of hits home differently. Really beefy, cheesy. You got that delicious red enchilada sauce. Nothing wrong with this at all. Absolutely amazing. All right, definitely give this one a try, my friends. If you do, let me know how you like it. Let me know if you did anything differently. I would do it just like this. Just trust the process. Great little recipe. Anyway, thanks for watching. God bless, and I'll catch you next time.